All right, good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome in to Talking Gamecocks with your man Gamecock Chuck and my good buddy Jordan Dealmaker. Hope everybody's had a great start to your work week. So we are. I have no idea what the hell he's doing, but we welcome everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button right off the rip. Let's go. Hit that like button. Let's get this thing going. Let's get some people in here. I want to see that chat light up tonight. Got Rooster and Scott already in here. So everybody hit that like button, please, and comment. Let's go. And, we're going to do that. We're going to talk some Gamecock stuff tonight. Whatever's on Jordan's mind, whatever is on you guys' mind. And we're going to have a good time with this and see what happens. So what's up, Jordan? How you doing?
Good, man. How about yourself? Good to be here.
Oh, I'm tired, man. Tired, 12-hour day. Kind of tired. So,
I mean,
other than that, it ain't been too bad.
Yeah, as we were discussing backstage before we went live, my little boy, which you and I were texting earlier today, he just all of a sudden didn't feel good at school. Went to the nurse because he had a substitute teacher, and of course the nurses call and they wanted us to come pick him up, and he's over here bouncing on the floor right now like nothing's wrong with him, just playing old hooky.
Yep. Like I told you earlier, that's that I want to go home stomach virus. That happens like all the time, man. Like I told you, my son did it like the last few minutes before school ended, and the wife went and got him. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Why do too?
Leave his butt at the house. Leave his butt at the school until the day's over with.
Well, I got a phone call, and I looked at it, and I was like, I don't know this number. So I didn't answer it. I was busy. And then about 10 minutes later, the wife calls me, and she was like, hey, the school just called, and, my son's name's listed. Said he's at the nurse's station, and they want us to come pick him up. And I'm like, what? And do what?
Yeah, they wouldn't get me either because if it's some number I don't know, I ain't answering it. So we're going to talk some Gamecocks tonight. I watched some of that Inside Gamecocks today. It looks like practice is kind of, I guess, winding down from a scout team, and now it's like the goods versus the goods, trying to work in some of the game, I guess, trying to ease into some of the game plan and some of the things for the Virginia Tech game coming up. Not this coming weekend, but the next, the 30th. What are they, the 31st, 30th?
Yeah.
Man, my days are all messed up.
30th.
Yeah, the 31st. But they're working on that, getting everything kind of hammered out. We already know who the starting quarterback is. Couple key positions on the offensive line that may be up in the air. A lot of buzz going around about Surratt. He may be taking that. Was it the left guard position from Tro, and Tro might be moving over to the right side, or vice versa, however it was. I can't remember how it is, but a lot of buzz going on there on the offensive line. Still no word on Faison. We're just gonna keep practicing, I guess, with or without him, and or we're gonna practice with him and practice with who we got, and we'll see what happens when kickoff comes the 31st. So, but yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for football. We got week 0 coming this week. So you got any takes on that?
I don't. I mean, it all shuffled out. It'll be what it is. So at the end of the day, we could sit here and talk names and position groups, but I mean, I think we went over last week at one point of who I thought would start and who you thought. I think we agreed for the most part, but there's a reason why we have a coach that makes $8 million a year. That's his decision, and he's going to make the right decision.
Yeah. Well, he's going to make a decision. It may be right or wrong. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Because we all know the offensive line has not lived up to par since he's been there.
And you for whatever reason, y'all don't ever want me to go down that path. So I'm not going to do it again tonight about the offensive line. You said enough about it, because if I get on my tangent, Yeah, we got the best wide receiver in the country, but he ain't never caught with like 5 balls. But so we're not even gonna go there. We're not
going to be talking about the wide receiver. We'll be talking about the offensive line. That would have nothing to do with it.
Well, I'm just saying we're not gonna go there because you want to cut me off every time I go there.
Rooster said he's not sure if he likes us yet. So whenever he figures that out, he will hit the button. Okay. Well, appreciate it. Whenever you feel like it, hit it, buddy.
David Green, I want to say SEC football too. Thank you, buddy. David Green, hey, how you doing? Scott Collins, how you doing? All of y'all. Rooster, how y'all doing? Mark, yep. Why did David Green say, okay, Dealmaker, lay it on me?
I don't know what she's talking about there. I guess he wants your take on something. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever you're supposed to be laying it on him.
I'm pretty sure it was either him or Scott Collins that sent me a message today on YouTube. Let me check.
Okay, while you checking that, Rooster said Harbor was the best wide receiver we had after the Alabama game. He did get better down the stretch. And like I said, I'm going to die on that hill. He's going to be our best receiver this year as far as yard.
Hey.
I'm climbing that hill, and I'm going to die.
Yeah, David did send me. That was David. It wasn't Scott Collins.
Uh-huh.
And he wanted me to make a video about it today, but I was too busy. So let's go down that path for a second. His question to me was, everybody's harping that this is going to be Seller's last year. And he disagrees. What was my opinion on that? All right. You want it? I'm going to give it to you. If Sellers is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL draft, he'd be ignorant not to go. That is life-changing money, which he's being paid right now. And I can say this for almost certainty. $1.2 million. Okay. That's what he's making for this year alone to play for the South Carolina Gamecocks. But if you're a top 10 draft pick, I mean, you're talking life-changing money. I mean, life-changing. I also think that if he's not top 10, he's not going to go. He's not. He's not. Why would you? Why wouldn't you stay another year to get to that status? A top 5. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer the question, I don't know. It depends on how this year works out, where his draft stock is. If he's in the top 10, I'd tell the young man myself, you'd be stupid not to do it. I mean, that's my opinion. But if he's not top 10, I would also say you need to stay. We'll pay you another $1 million this year. You can play with your brother for another year, and let's roll on. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if you in that top echelon of quarterbacks that's going to come off the board real quick, yeah, I mean, despite what they said about, they're there for the education, not the money, you'd have to be, I don't want to say stupid, but you wouldn't be thinking right if you gave up that kind of payday of going to the NFL as a top pick.
Yeah, I mean, you talking what, $20-30 million guaranteed money, no matter whether you take the first snap or you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, golly, man, that is one ankle injury away from nothing. You can't turn that down.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be hard to turn down. But like you said, I don't even know, man. That's a hard thing to say because Rooster said right now he has the best odds to be the first quarterback taken in the draft after Archie Manning said Arch was staying at Texas. So
okay, first of all, the Manning family doesn't need money.
No.
All right, that is so you can throw that argument out of the window. For them, it has nothing to do with money. And Lenore's, I'll be honest with you, I think he was raised pretty conservative, like we were. You know, I don't think they're below the poverty line by no means, but I don't think they're in the upper echelon. But right now, the kid is making $1 million a year. So, you know, if he has a decent year, if he doesn't go top 10, I would say, hey, stay again. Let's roll the dice, make another million, and see what happens. But people don't realize that all these programs, they actually have insurance on these young men. Okay, yeah. They do. So if that injury were to happen, there's more money on the come. You know, there's insurance there. They also have agents. These agents take insurance policies out on them. So I don't know. If somebody threw $30 million at the top 10, you know, first or second quarterback to go, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell him not to go. I could. If that was my son, I'd say, boy, your mom and daddy don't need no money, but this is going to set you up for life, and I'm going to help you to control it and invest it and put you with the right accountant that you will never have to work again. That's what I would say as a father.
Well, yeah. My thought on that is that Lenore's dream to make it to the NFL?
He doesn't seem.
You know what I'm saying? I have never heard him say that was his goal, was to get to the next level. Now, that's probably what they're all playing for, but I've never heard it come out of his mouth. So is getting to the league more important than getting something to fall back on? Like you said, if he gets an injury when he gets to the NFL, he's done. Well, I mean, he's got to go back to school. Let's say if he stays in school, gets that degree, he's got himself set up for something outside of football. I mean, who knows what that young man's thinking as far as that?
Okay. Everybody knows that the state of South Carolina in the Union is one of the smallest states per capita, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. No matter whether he's Jadeveon Clowney of the world, the Sidney Rice of the world, Alshon Jeffrey of the world, and I can go on and on and on. It doesn't matter, people. I hope I'm following your point up. It doesn't really matter because this is a very small state, and it's almost like we're all damn family. It don't matter what color you are. Every damn one of us are related somehow or another. That he will be well taken care of in this state, and he will have a high-paying job for the rest of his life inside of this state. But $30 million at 21 years old, I mean, dang, man. Like I said, if you were my son, I'd say, boy, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Well, yeah, man. I'm not saying that ain't his dream. I'm just saying I've never heard him bring anything up or say anything as far as, you know, that's his end goal, you know, making it to the league. Or I'm sure he probably has or probably thought of it, but I don't know. That's just something on my mind.
Honestly,
like somebody said, he turned down $8 million.
But he doesn't think that way. He doesn't think that way. Right now, I think his thoughts are, South Carolina gave me my shot.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina spent a year preparing me to be that guy. Now I am that guy. He's still humble as all get out. You know, they developed him. They developed him tremendously. But I just don't think if it's not breathtaking money, he's not. I don't think he's going to go. But if it's breathtaking money, who in the hell would blame him?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't blame him.
You know,
I would not blame him one bit, man.
And you know, truth really be told, you and I have talked about this, and I've said it. By the time I was 22 years old, I'd make well over $1 million in my life. You know, I mean, $1 million is not a lot of money, especially in today's economy. It ain't jack diddly squat. You drive by Walmart, your debit card gets charged $100 just for driving by it. You drive by IGA, that's $200 just for driving. You ain't even got to stop.
Yeah.
No, and when you have children and mouths to feed, like I do, and like you do, I mean, goodness gracious, I think my grocery bill's somewhere close to $1,200-$1,400 a month. That's just to feed my family, man.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. And like David Green said, he did get a Mercedes dealership NIL. So he
got a G-Wag.
Yeah, one of them G whatever it is, G3s or whatever it is. I don't know.
They call it
more. It's more than I would ever spend for a vehicle. I can tell you that. $185,000.
Yeah, it looks like old tin box. What it looks like. Now I've never driven one. I'll be the first one to tell you, even though everybody knows that I'm a car business guy. I've never driven one, but it just looks to me kind of like a short wheelbase Jeep with a Mercedes-Benz logo on the front. Them Jeeps don't drive good on the interstate, and I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. Did you see the commercial with that?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that earlier right before we come on. I was watching it while I was eating dinner. Him in there trying to be a car dealership or a salesman. He had his brother in there, wasn't it? Wasn't that his brother?
Yeah, he needs to come on this live. I'll tell him anything he wants to know about being a car salesman.
Oh, man. I don't think he has to worry about it.
Hey, he can make a damn good living like I have doing it. And it's opened up many doors for me. Many doors.
I don't think he's got to worry about selling cars.
Well, shit, I'd hire him just to come sit there and pick his nose.
Yeah, but like Scott said, he don't blame him either. I don't blame him. Like you said, if the money's right and the pick is right, go, man, go.
But you know what? And I've always said this. Now, I'm not a big NFL guy. Okay, I'm not. Do I keep up with certain players of ours? Sure I do. I mean, I'm a fanatic. I'm a Gamecock fanatic. So why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
But if someone told me, oh, we're going to pay you $30 million and you're going to, hell, I don't know, the damn Browns, I'd say, no, I think I'll stay in college another year. I'm not going to get literally to sign my paperwork to be on the injured reserve list because you can't block. It's kind of like Spencer Rattler right now. Is he a great quarterback? No. Is he a good quarterback? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, he's got an arm talent that is unquestionable.
Yeah, he lit it up yesterday.
But the dude ain't never played behind a line. Never. No. And I will be damned for, what's he making? 1.2, 1 point. I mean, shit, Lenore Sell's making what he's making. I mean, think about it. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Lenore Sellers in college is making what Spencer Rattler is making playing for the Saints right now. One of the greatest phenom players, and of course, y'all know I'm going to bring up our players. That's played in the NFL, I would say for what? How long has he been in the NFL now? What, 5 years? 4 years? 5 years? Is Debo. And he just finally got paid. Finally got paid. And then when he got paid, San Francisco sold him or traded him or whatever it is they do.
Yeah, they sent him off to Washington.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And Russo made a good point. He said Spencer probably made more at South Carolina than he did at St. He does for the Saints.
He did. I can tell you what he got at South Carolina. Now, this I know for a fact. He got $800,000. He got 3 NIL deals. Now, on top of the $800,000, 3 NIL deals. Now, what he got from those, I don't know. I would figure between the 2 dealerships and the insurance company he was involved with, NIL, he was making about $1.6, $1.7 million to stay his last year. And he ain't making that in the NFL. I mean, he's not.
Yeah. Yep. God, I had a thought, but I lost it. But
Well,
yeah,
that happens.
yeah, it happens a lot with me. I was going to say something, I forgot. Oh, and he's getting the same protection at the Saints that he did at South Carolina, so
Yeah.
their offensive line's horrible too.
Yeah, don't don't let me go down that path. Everybody gets pissed off.
And they got rid of all their receivers, I believe. So, or a good bit of them. So,
Yeah, I mean, truth really be told, Ohio State, I can't take away what they did last year. The game that we're in, the world that we're in today, they did what they were supposed to do. They bought the team to win a national championship. Well, guess what? Somebody's got to regulate this deal, man. Eventually, it's got to be regulated. All of this started from the NFL years ago. You tell me right now, today, with a straight face, if they didn't have salary caps, that Jerry Jones wouldn't buy a Super Bowl team every year. And I'd look at, if you can tell me that I was wrong, I'd look at you and call you crazy as hell.
He would definitely buy a roster. I don't know if he would be a Super Bowl winner or not because his coaches ain't really got him over the hump. So, I mean, he's had talent at Dallas.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm not an NFL guy, but he's had talent and he still hasn't won it.
But my point is, it takes money to produce. That's the world we live in. As much as I don't like it, I don't like it worth a damn.
Nah, hell no.
You know, I played collegiate sports. I don't like it worth a damn. I mean, hell, I was just happy to go to school for free and have a meal card that I could eat. But at the end of the day, I mean, shit, it doesn't make sense, but that's the world we live in. And hey, we have to adopt it. And these young people, it's like SECFT, you know, him being a young man, understanding that what we've done with Donati, what Donati has done is signing this contract, $4 or $5 million deal to have Blanchard on the field. Hey, this saves us money, and this is a step forward. And everybody hated on Ray Tanner, and I get it, but Ray Tanner's a good guy. Ray Tanner's a good guy. I know Ray Tanner. Okay, Ray Tanner's a good guy, and he did in my opinion, a good job. Yeah. He made some buffoon hires, but Ray Tanner also came from old school. So, you know, you can't really. That's kind of like asking your granddad, would you pay a starting quarterback on a college team $1 million a year? And your granddad would probably say, you crazy. He just ought to be lucky. He going to school for free. You know, same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Todd? How you doing? He's in here, so welcome. And SECFT said you have to adapt or get left behind. And that's right. We talked about this the other night.
Yeah.
You know, we got to keep going with the change, man. If not, you're gonna get left behind. You ain't gonna start getting. You won't get no more blue chip players and the talent that you're getting coming in now if you just let everything just be as it is. You got to be constantly changing.
Now, I'm about to make a joke when I say this.
What's up?
In my personal opinion, now this part's not a joke. The end of it's going to be a joke. In my personal opinion, we have the coach that has adapted to the changes, and in the modern world of college football as well. That was the joke. The as well.
Yeah. What's up, JD? How you doing, buddy? But yeah. What's your take on Ian Shefflin? Let's talk some Clemson a little bit. Did you hear about that? The tight end, the basketball player turned tight end, DUI.
All right. You want to go there? Let's go there.
Since you a law enforcement or previous law enforcement, I mean.
All right, let me say this. Number one, the kid's in college. Okay. That's number one. You're going to drink. I'm sorry. anybody that's got a girl or boy going to school, just listen to me. They're going to drink.
He better not.
Well, you're foolish. You're foolish to think. Hey, when you left basic training, guess what you did? You spent all your money on drinking and strip clubs. Tell me I'm a liar.
Oh, I was hammered. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, You're going to drink. So the fact that he got behind the wheel of a car, that does concern me. But I don't think anybody that's drank in their life. I know you don't drink anymore. You know, shit, I'm sitting here drinking a cold beer right now. We've all done it. As a young adult, that's irresponsible. You shouldn't do it. Hell, I shouldn't do it. I ain't done it in years because I'm an ex-law enforcement officer. But, I mean, when I was that age, shit, I did it a lot. You know, there's times I got home and said, oh, thank you for getting me home. I won't never do that again.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not the end of the world. People make mistakes, y'all. Yeah. People make mistakes. And fact of the matter is, he's no high-profile player. Why is it getting all this attention?
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering what your take on it was. And like you said, I've done the same thing he's done. And there's been times I've gotten home and don't know how I got home.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll just leave it at that. Luckily, I've never got stopped, never had no DUI, never hit anything or anybody that I know of. And, yeah, I mean, like you said, kids are going to be kids. I mean, young adults. He's 22.
I'll tell you this story. Back in early 2019, as a matter of fact, it was January 2019, cold outside. Everybody knows that I'm an avid outdoorsman. I love to hunt. We were down at the hunting club. One of the young boys there, about 17, 18 years old, killed him a nice buck that evening. And he'd only killed 2 or 3 deer in his life. His daddy had killed a few. His daddy was, a couple of years older than I was. And he said, well, we're going to carry it to the skinning shed, the processor, get it processed. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, we hang this deer up right here. I said, I'll have that deer skinned in less than 10 minutes and gutted. That'll save you about 40, 50 bucks.
Yeah.
He was like, really? I'm like, yeah. I said, on top of that, I'll cape him out. And I don't know if you know what that means, but if you cape a deer, you leave the skin and you, I know Rooster knows exactly what I'm talking about, and you cut the head off at the back and you leave the cape meaning the fur in the skin. That way you can have him taxidermed, mounted, in other words. And as I was cleaning this deer, I would say, I don't know, Chuck, probably 2.5, 3 hours went by. All the men standing around, got to clean up afterwards, got to go dump the guts, all that sort of stuff. I probably had about 5 beer, maybe 5. And so I'm on the way home, minding my own business, on the way home, then wash my hands off real good, blood and everything. Gojo, and washed off real good. And I'm on the way home. Well, damn sure enough, a 6-point buck jumps right in front of me when I'm running 57 miles an hour. Bam! I mean, there wasn't no, I'm not hitting the ditch because of a deer. I'm sorry.
No, hell no.
When he jumped in the middle of the road, I was like, deuces, deuces. I'm about to roll you over. And I did. And I hit him. And when I hit him, he spun. And he went down the passenger side of my truck. And he hit my passenger side door and blew the airbags.
Wow.
Blew my side curtain airbags. Hang on a second.
All right. David Green, no, I have not. What's up, Quentin Broom? Welcome. He said, Camp Davy Lou, hello, goodbye, heart. All right.
So anyway, it blew my side curtain airbags. It didn't blow my front one. It blew my side curtain and my seat airbags. So they dropped down on the passenger side, driver's side windows, and it blew the airbags out of the seats. So literally, I saw the deer. I slowed down. I hit him probably about 40, 41 miles an hour. when he spun down the side of the truck, I'm still looking at him when he spun down the side of the truck because I knew he tore my whole front grill up.
Yeah.
There was no doubt about it. I mean, he weighed about 160 pounds. I knew. There was no doubt. Everything pops, knocks my hat crooked. Seatbelt locks me into the John Brown truck. It's got all the gun smoke, the gunpowder in there from where they fired off. I reached in my pocket. I slammed it in park. I reached in my pocket to grab my pocket knife and cut my seatbelt off of me. And I jumped out. And I'm on not like a busy highway, but not like a dead country road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to call it off. So I got on the phone. I was like, listen, no emergency. I can put my truck in drive. I can limp it to the side of the road, which I did. I limped it to the side of the road. I just want to come out. I want a police report because I'm going to file this on my insurance, obviously. You know. I mean, you talking about $20,000 worth of damage. At least at a minimum. So the lawman shows up. I knew him. He goes, but you had anything to drink? I said, shit, I ain't lied to you. Yeah, I done had about 4 or 5. I was like, why you ask that? He said, well, I don't know if you know this. He said, but back there where that deer's laying beside the road, he said, there's a cold, empty beer can sitting right beside it. I said, what? He said, there is. I said, well, it ain't mine because mine was on the other side of the road because I had it in the console. I threw it out when I got out of the truck. The fact of the matter is this. We've all had alcohol and driven. Okay. Yeah. I was not inebriated. I would have probably blown at that point. At that point, I would have probably blown a .02 or 3 because the kid made a mistake. Yeah. The whole purpose of the story is the kid made a mistake. Thankfully, he's safe. All other drivers are safe. Nothing happened. Don't put this kid. In other words, don't bury him because he made a mistake at his age.
Yeah, hopefully he'll learn from it. He probably will. That's the main thing. All right, what's on your mind? You said you had something you want to talk about tonight on the live. So,
yeah, I wanted to bring up the debate Friday night.
The floor's yours, man.
Yeah, the debate Friday night. I wanted to bring that up. Jackpot and I commented on his video yesterday, and he immediately texted me, and I simply said, "You lost the debate." Flat out, you lost the debate. You weren't yourself. You lost the debate. And this is IMO, in my opinion. Okay. He flat lost it. And he was like, man, I can't believe you said that. It hurts my feelings coming from you. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Understand something. I don't think that you are a bad YouTuber. In a debate, you go for blood. I mean, that hell, presidential debates, they go for blood. I mean, that's just what it is. It's when you're in a debate with someone, the fact of the matter is he made some good points, and we had discussed numerous points, and he did bring them up, but he didn't hammer them. Gamecock. Jackpot was very laid back. He tried to be as professional as he knows how to be, which he was, very professional. When I think the hype coming into this, we all wanted to see the Jackpot that we know just fly off the handle.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter, he didn't, which he said he chose not to do that. He wanted to keep it conservative. But Sports Talk Jay couldn't make a point whether we cheated or we didn't cheat.
Yeah.
So I would have hammered that point instead of facts. I'd have left facts. I'd have started shooting from the hip at that point. You know what I'm saying? Fact that he kept saying, well, I'm not saying you cheated, but this shows that there was a possibility you cheating. Well, when he went there, I'd have been like, dude, I don't give a rat's ass what you think. There's no proof. You're ignorant. You made thousands and thousands of views on your videos for this fact, and I'm just gonna flat tell you, you're dumb. And I would have never let up on. I'd have put my foot on the pedal, and I'd have never let him up.
Yeah,
but he didn't. But he didn't do that.
Yeah, my thought on the debate is I think Jackpot went into there and he did it the way he did it out of respect for Rec Talk in his channel.
Sure.
You know how him and Rob get on there and they have people on there and they yelling and screaming and saying choice words, and you know what I'm saying? And I think he wanted to keep it respectable out of respect for Rec Talk. And I think that's where I ain't gonna say he lost the debate, but because in the end, nobody's gonna really win or lose in this battle because Sports Talk Jay's got all his circumstantial evidence. Jackpot's got his opinion on why we didn't cheat, and nobody's gonna come to the same conclusion that either we did or didn't cheat.
I guess, and you're right. Now, I told Jackpot, I said, Bubba, listen, I'm sorry. And I told him, I said, I'll take my comment down off your video if it hurts your feelings. But fact of the matter is, we all anticipated what we know of Jackpot, being that alter ego personality called Jackpot, not Kale Hall, which is his real name.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it. He was so concerned, and he admitted he was nervous. He told me he was nervous going into it. And I'm like, dude, you could have literally just showed your ass.
Yeah.
And because the guy's got no points. There's nothing. It's all speculative. He's got no points. And Connor Stallions, who gives a shit who Connor Stallions is anymore? Nobody cares. So, and then when he brought up Beamer being, I don't know, suspended, popped on the hand that time for possible information. And I'm like, you feeding into his bullshit, man. Just hammer him. Just hammer him. What do you have? All you admit, do you think we cheated or do you not? Because there's nothing you're telling me is proof, and there is no ex-coach, there's no ex-player, there's no nothing to prove what you're saying. You just talking trash out of your mouth for no damn reason.
Yeah, he's going round and round in circles and ain't making no damn point.
Yeah.
Because he, like you said, he don't know if we did or not. He can't 100% say, yes, y'all cheated. And he can't 100% say, no, you didn't cheat. Because he don't have nothing but what hearsay. He don't have nothing but circumstantial evidence that's been on the internet. And, yeah, I watched the whole debate, and it was, like I said, nobody really wins because ain't nobody going to agree on it. I think if he'd have done that on his channel, I think it probably would have got a little heated. But like I said, I just think he had respect for Rec Talk in his channel. And
I do too. And listen, it was a great thing for Rec Talk. Sports Talk Jay came with those no teeth, married to their cousin Tennessee fans. They got a following. I mean, because they're all damn kin. They got babies by their first cousins and stuff. So, I mean,
and he's been spewing that same nonsense for months now.
Yeah, I mean,
the whole Michigan thing.
But at the end of the day, I think it was great. I just expected him to come out with guns a-blazing, and he didn't.
Yeah.
I again, this last time I'm gonna bring it up, I would have hammered that dude until he wouldn't have been able to talk. I just hammered everything. Every time he opened his mouth, I'd have hammered him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's behind us and they won't. Well, football's getting ready to start, so hopefully we won't be hearing no more of that nonsense. And maybe finally after 3 years they can move on and quit crying and quit complaining about it. So, but I want to put the link in here if anybody wants to come on, talk to football, want to talk whatever. You want to talk about the Tennessee thing? We can talk about that. If you want to talk about whatever, we'll just have open conversations. So let let me go ahead and get the copy. Let me go ahead and put the link in here, and anybody can. So there you go. The link's up. If anybody wants to come on. Quentin Broom said, I like the hands-on wristband. LOL.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? At the end of the day, what game? What game can anybody think of a game that the underdog, let's say 14, 21 point underdog, has won, that speculation couldn't be thrown out there? I mean, truly.
Yeah.
It could happen with any game. I mean, shit, fire. 2010, we beat number 1 Alabama at home. Steven Garcia. I mean, he came alive that night. You know, that could have been speculated that we cheated, but the fact of the matter is we didn't. Spencer Rattler had the game of his life. He had a game similar to his freshman year when he was the number 1 Heisman candidate going into his sophomore year and then got benched. So shit happens, people.
Yeah.
And I still believe, and he didn't bring this up, but I believe, and I mean Jackpot didn't bring it up. I can't confirm this. I'll sound like Sports Salt J now. I can't confirm this, but I still believe the only person on offense I know for a fact had a wristband on was Spencer Rattler. But the defense had wristbands on. And the reason why I believe that Spencer Rattler had one on, because Marcus Satterfield was not calling the plays that game.
Yeah.
It was different lingo. I don't know who was calling them. I don't know if Bamer was calling. I don't know who the hell was calling them.
Well, the word is Freddie Kitchens.
And it could have been Freddie. Good choice if it was. But it was different lingo than what he was used to, so he had to look down. I mean, other than that, damn, man, just it's a dead horse and you beating it. And at the end of the day, it's filled up with flies and maggots. So all you're doing is beating shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, we had Rooster in here, but he dropped off. I guess maybe he's got his mic set up. There he is. So we're gonna bring Rooster on and see what he got to say. There he is. What's up,
fellas?
Just chilling. Shit! You don't like us enough to give us a thumbs up. Now you want to get on, Bob?
What? I was number 3 thumbs up, sir.
I'm messing with you.
No, y'all were talking about the Tennessee thing and the debate or whatever. I tried to tell Jackpot. I actually sent Jackpot those pictures, and I told I'm like, Jackpot, go back and watch the game, dude. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, do you remember after halftime, South Carolina punted, first drive after that? Tennessee got the ball. They scored. Do you remember what the score was at that point in time? 35. They were within 4 points.
Yeah, because I heard the other night it was like 9 straight touchdowns on drives. I'm like, no. We punted. Yeah,
and so they were within 4 points at that point in time in the third quarter. Yeah. So I guess we only cheated the fourth quarter.
We cheated the second half. Yeah.
Because the South Carolina scored. There was only both teams had scored 1 touchdown each in the third quarter. It was 11 points going into the fourth quarter or end of the third when Hooker got hurt, fumbled the ball on Tennessee's side. Remember that?
He did. Yep.
South Carolina recovered. They scored.
Yep.
The very next drive, Tennessee went for it on 4th down, did not get it in Tennessee territory again.
That's correct. We stopped them. I forgot about that, Rooster. You're right.
So it was like, it wasn't just South Carolina was driving down the field for 70 yards and scoring. It was y'all were giving us the ball within your own territory between the 25 and 35, 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I would have eaten Jay up. I'm like, South Carolina still wears bands. You can't see it. It's 1 D lineman, 1 linebacker, 1 cornerback. All have them. You see all those bands they have on their arm? They're hidden in there, or they're on their belt under their jerseys.
Well, and that's what I would have brought that up too, Rooster. There's a lot of times that they have them on their waistline, and people just don't see them flip them open. You know what I mean? People just don't see it, but they're there. They're Velcroed. They flip them open. They read the play, and they put them back. You know, it's Velcroed together.
Yeah, if you go back to even the Muschamp days, they had them. They had them on their belts in the Muschamp days. And South Carolina had them. The picture from the Auburn game, that was actually Shiloh Sanders that had that band on that Rec Talk showed. That was Shiloh. That's how long ago South Carolina started wearing those bands. Yeah. And I got an argument with a Tennessee fan. I said, "Look, dude, here's where we played Furman. I guess we needed their plays on our arm too."
And then this, I didn't realize this until I guess I don't know a couple days ago. That I started doing my own research just because Jackpot and I were talking. I'm like, you need to bring this up. You need to bring that up. And he was like, okay, we were chatting back and forth. And I'm like, you need to bring up our ex-coaches, our ex-players that transferred out, you know, and I can bring the names up, but it's not that important. Why has anyone on that team not brought this up that, hey, even though I'm transferred, I want to tell you South Carolina cheated that game. But then they brought up the point of Clemson. And I'm like, do what? That is our arch rival. That is our nemesis. That is an in-state school that we hate. I don't hate Clemson fans. I don't hate Clemson.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I want to beat damn Clemson. I don't give a damn. We can lose every game, but if we win that one, I'll still get on here and I'll say, God damn, we beat Clemson. We beat Clemson. You know.
Well, I could have smoked his Holly Rowe comment too. Because if you ever listen to Mike Morgan when he does that on the Inside the Gamecock thing, he was talking about that one day. Remember, Mike Morgan bounces around, works for ESPN, does basketball games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't do a long-term research into a team. They are assigned a game. They go in, they research that game. They try to get the names right of the players and the numbers and all that stuff. And they move on to the next one. Holly Rowe did not research South Carolina to know whether that was the first time we had ever worn a wristband or not.
Yeah.
They don't work like that.
No, it doesn't. But if I read a few weeks ago prior to this debate, and I don't know what inspired me to look this up, but I did, and it's public knowledge. You can look it up. Anybody can. That Connor Stallions, if that's all he's going off of, and that's all he wants to talk about, Stallions, he bought a Clemson ticket, but it was never scanned at the gate by anyone. So he wasn't at the game that Stallions bought the ticket to, and I don't know which game it was. I think it said it might have been Syracuse or somebody, but it was never redeemed. So if you're gonna say that we cheated against you and Clemson to put both of y'all out of the playoffs, man, you're smoking some kind of crack that most people ain't smoking, because that don't make no damn sense to me.
Well, it don't make no damn sense that Michigan would be scared of Tennessee if Michigan had Tennessee signs. Well, who the hell do they care who they play in the playoffs if they already have the signs?
Yeah.
And Josh Heupel's never said anything about anybody cheating in that game. And he brought up the Joe Milton thing. I'm like, well, your other quarterback that got hurt in that game, Hendon Hooker, said in an interview, no, we didn't get cheated by South Carolina. I don't think so.
Now, listen, do I think the difference of that game, do I think their quarterback going down was a big difference? Hell yes. Hell yes, it was. Just like our quarterback going down against LSU. That's our fault we lost the game. Do I think a couple calls went against us? Yes, but we put ourselves in that position because we didn't have our quarterback.
Oh, for sure. And he wasn't 100% against Ole Miss either.
No.
You can tell when a quarterback's not right, especially if it's a foot injury like that, because they throw the ball high because they don't want to plant. So they have a tendency to throw everything high.
Well, I mean, if you plant your back foot and you're hurting, guess what? You're not going to plant it as hard.
You ain't going to get enough on it. Yeah. Yeah,
But
my whole thing with the cheating is, we hate Clemson. Why would we only put 31 points against Clemson when we could put 63 on them if we had all these signs?
Thank you.
well,
That
well,
don't make no sense to me.
yeah, we didn't tell them to do the ring around the Rosie dumbass
Yeah.
fumble on the kickoff. That was Clemson's fault. We didn't tell them to stop running the football either.
I'll be honest with
That
you.
was all on them.
I'll be honest with you. Clemson lost that game. We didn't beat them. They lost that game.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, just to say, I mean, we could have said the same last year against Missouri. We could have easily lost that game.
Yeah.
But we gave up a hell of a pass at the end of that game to Brady Cook through the Burden in the perfect spot. And Missouri took the lead. Fortunately, we came back down there and Rocket Sanders took it in for the touchdown and we won. But hell, that's how close these games are at times, you know?
Well, Rooster, it's kind of like running third in a NASCAR race and the front two wreck. And you're like, damn, look what just happened. It's kind of one of them deals. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
What's up, P-Digits?
Yeah, I mean, the Tennessee thing, they did just need to end it. South Carolina was never named in any type of investigation. There was never nothing that connected us to any of that. Or NCAA would have said it. You would be able to read it in their reports.
Hey, listen, the NCAA looked for a reason to make money because they ain't worth their shit. They put a damn penalty on us big as shit.
Yeah, because they won't even give us our running back right now. I mean,
because there's no money in it.
Well, what's his name? Hayden, the lawyer.
Yeah.
That's working on that. Did you see what he posted on X today?
I did not.
What did he say?
He sent a tweet out, tagged the NCAA in it about free Rasul, or you won't like what happens next, or something, or don't make us. It was pretty much a thread in there.
Well, personally, I think he's going to be cleared, but I don't think he'll be cleared before the first game. And I've said that numerous times because there's no money in it for them. But here's the catch-22. The catch-22 is he can't practice because he had to they had to approve a waiver. They approved the waiver 2 weeks ago, but yet they won't approve whether he can play or not. It's all bullshit. That it's a power struggle, in my opinion. The NCAA, they still want to be somebody so bad they can't stand it.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing the kid an injustice no matter what you do. So they're going to get sued regardless.
Yep.
If they don't let him play, he's going to sue them and he's going to get money. And then he'll go do whatever he's got to do to get ready to try to get on the NFL team next year. But they've already screwed him out of that this year. I mean, if they'd have told him no a long time ago, at least he could have went and tried out for a team or something, you know?
And that's the sad part. Do I think – now, listen, if he plays in the SEC, which I hope he does this year, and he rushes for 800 to 1,200 yards, the boy will get drafted. He will get drafted. But if they'd have told him at the beginning of the year, no, it's a done deal, he could have still got picked up as a free agent and making money, you know? And they screwed him out of that. So if they say no, oh, shit, fire in the morning. No, that ain't right.
Oh, yeah. They're going to pass him when they clear him. I don't know. I mean, I think as long as we have him before Vanderbilt's our third game.
Yep.
I will say that's been in Chuck will tell you this. I don't know how often you watch us, but I say somewhere between the second and third game they'll clear him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking Virginia Tech lightly or anything. They'll come out and they'll be scrappy, but we got 4 other guys that can run the football on that team. I ain't really worried about running back room.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
and I hope everybody with South Carolina learned their lesson on throwing to the running backs. Seems like it took us 6 games to start doing that shit last year, and I screamed at my TV every game before that. I'm like, dude, you gave us this in the spring game. We saw it in the spring game that y'all were throwing the ball to the running backs, and it took forever for them to start doing it. I'm like, what are we doing? and then you
Well,
start playing good. You know what I mean?
I want to deeply apologize to you so everybody can hear it. I've already done it via text or either telephone call. And you said, we need to run Lenore Sellers 15, 20 times a game. And I said, you're crazy as 40 hells. That if we do that, the boy's going to get hurt, which he did get hurt.
On a pass play.
Yeah.
But we did run him about 15 times a game, but it wasn't playing runs.
No,
No, it wasn't playing.
no, but we've beaten the horse on the offensive line. We've beaten the horse. We've beaten the horse on these wide receivers not be able to create separation.
Yes.
And you know the LSU game. I don't remember if it was Attaway or Rocket. One of them was in the game, and they showed Harold Perkins come up the middle, and they went to. I think Lenore's got sacked on that play too. They went to block him, and they went low, and he just jumped right over him.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, see, it's the running backs have to pick this crap up too. So I mean, but yeah,
you know,
vast majority of O-line's got to get better, but everybody's got to get better.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all watch this, but I think it's called Tailgate Talk or whatever it is. It's Patrick DeMarco and Stephen
Garcia.
Yeah. They interviewed Spurrier the other day. And Spurrier's like, you know how sarcastic he can be. He was like, well, I mean, it's just a different world we play in right now. But I mean, heck, I mean, if you're third down and 8, you know, there ain't but 2 plays I'm going to run. I'm going to put a fullback in. And we're going to run for 8 yards, or either I'm going to do that. I can't remember the play he named. He said, and we're just going to throw it over the damn head. It just depends on what the defense lines up. You know what? Why don't we do that anymore? Why don't we do that anymore? If you got a fullback that knocks a damn linebacker's head off, guess what? You got 5 yards easy.
Well, I've heard people say, well, you don't really want to run Harbor on a slant like we were running with XL. I'm like, why not? They're like, well, he's too tall. I'm like, you want to hit that guy already running.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit him stopped and then he's got to run. Because that he ain't going nowhere at that point.
No. I mean, you're right. He's not a 2-step full speed kind of guy like me.
Mm-mm.
He is a 7-step like Alshon Jeffrey was.
Yeah.
You ain't hit no Jeffrey in a 3-step slant. Hell no. You let that rascal get wound up, then hit him. You know,
kind of like you did with XL. That was the difference, like between XL and Juice Wells. XL, if you hit him in stride, he was gone. Kid run over 22 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Juice Wells, you could hit, and he could make people miss, and he could go quick. Harbor's not that guy. That's your smaller guys. Like you're gonna get probably Mazio Bennett can do it, but they squat him down so much in the middle. It's ridiculous. I don't know why. He's like the safety valve guy.
I am scared for him because he and I met him, a year ago, met him again a couple months ago, stood side by side. We're the exact same size. And
yeah, he's not a big kid.
Him to be over the middle like that, damn shit. He takes a damn beat. he takes it because he's not big. He's not big at all.
Because they use him as a possession receiver.
Yeah.
You know, the pass he broke out at Alabama where he got behind the defense, because Alabama prepared for him to sit down in the middle and he took off. And Lenore's hit him across the top. I was like, because they seen it on film, and every time Mazio gets the ball, it's somewhere in the middle to where he can't really do anything. He can catch you an 8-yard pass, but he gets no yards after the catch. They're just not getting him in the position to do it. I mean, and Jacobs and Brown both getting hurt last year. That didn't help.
Yeah, hey, Quentin Broom said Dealmaker has 4.2 speed. No.
You talking about drinking a beer. Now, he can probably do 4 point. He probably down a beer in 4.2 seconds, but he ain't running no 4.240.
Yeah, I could run under a 4.5, but then not no 4.2. No, no 4.2.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can run a 4-minute 40.
I'm in my mid-40s, and look here. I can do damn near 100-pound curls as many times as I want to. But these ounces turn into pounds, okay?
Yeah.
I can run a 4-minute 40 as long as you got me an oxygen tank at the end of it.
Yeah, dude, I'd be about the same with you. I'd be fell over.
And y'all made a good point about Harbor a while ago. You know, he's got to get wound up before he gets going, or before you hit him. And that's why when people say put him back there for punt returns, hell no.
No, not punt. At kickoff now, he'll be the kickoff guy.
Yeah, well, some people on Twitter, X, other people's live show wants to see him back there on punt returns. Hell no.
No, shit, no. I mean, punt return, punt return, if you ain't wide open in 3 steps, your ass is grass.
Yeah,
and guess what? They the lawnmower.
He's not gonna make nobody miss. He don't have that first step to elude nobody. He gonna get tore up down there. If he's
But I've told y'all this for 2 years now. I want to see him catch one on the goal line and turn it the hell up. I want to see it one time, just to see what he can do.
Yeah, that's good.
I know
that's
he can
me.
fly in a straight line. I just want to see if he can juke and jive.
Well, I mean, it's funny. You like me. I don't care if it's 100 yards, but hit him on a quick slant if you're on the 20 or whatever. If you hit him on a quick slant and let him get up the middle, nobody's catching that dude. Really, nobody wants to tackle him anyway, and you damn sure ain't gonna arm tackle him.
Well, you know, Rooster, my thought is, here's my thought. As big as he is, now he's a beast. If you stand side by side with him, he's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is. That's a big dude. That's a big dude.
Oh yeah.
If you give him 7 steps, run 2 steps forward, slant to the left or right, whichever side he's on, and he's wide open in the middle of the field. I mean speed wise, and you hit him with a pass, I don't think a safety could take him down. I don't.
No.
If they hit him, I think he could shun him right off stiff arm and just keep on trucking.
Yeah, you don't want to hit that guy in the thigh.
No.
Not when he's cranked up. You might want to try to catch his ankle or something, but you ain't trying to hit him high. Not if you want to keep playing the following week or the next 6 weeks, because you're gonna get damage, some shoulder damage in that.
But for whatever reason, we're trying to turn him into, and I keep going back to Alshon Jeffrey because we all know he's him, Sidney Rice, Kenny McKinley, God bless his soul, rest in peace. Those are great receivers that we had that could go over the top. You know what I'm saying? They, for whatever reason, they had that juke, and next thing you know, they're 3 foot away and they're wide the hell open. Well, that guy.
No, Alshon was slow as all get out.
It wasn't.
But he could high point the ball over anyone. And that Harbor can too. You saw it against Alabama. Some of the throws that he gets, he can only. That's why I was so mad at the end of the Alabama game that Lenore didn't cut it loose and give the guys a chance to catch the ball. He threw it out of bounds. Like you have to get it in bounds at that point. Throwing it away did you no good. There was nothing left. So I don't care if you throw an interception, just throw it and give a guy a chance to catch it. Because I mean, throwing it, you had to get a 2-point conversion. Game was over. Mm-hmm. You can't throw it away. So, but that's the little things that he learned that he'll know this year not to do that. Hey, it's life or death right here, dude. You got to try to get it to somebody or run for it, do something, but you can't throw it away and end the game like that.
Well, and you're right. I agree with that take. That throw it up there for grabs. I mean, damn, you got the biggest guy. You got the biggest guy down there. If he goes and gets it, he goes and gets it. If he don't, then so be it.
Yeah, I mean, hell, he's 6'5". Just throw it up. I don't care if you throw a balloon ball up to the sky and let somebody try to run under it and get it. I don't give a shit. You might get a pass interference or something, but you can't throw it away.
In my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever had, and a lot of people disagree with this, and that's fine. Just because he was a hellraiser and he got caught for DUI and drinking and smoking dope, which everybody did at that age, is Steven Garcia. Steven Garcia, he would throw it there. I mean, he would put it up there, but like, all right, damn it, go get it. And he
was the most talented quarterback. He just didn't have the best results.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He had a much stronger arm than Shaw.
Oh yeah.
Shaw had a heart that you don't see in football players a lot. He had a
But-
will to win no matter what. If he had to drag his leg, drag an arm, tear off an arm, he was going to try to score.
But you know what Garcia had? You wasn't going to stop him from getting that 1 yard for that first down either. You wasn't going to stop him.
No.
Not too many quarterbacks will drop their head and run through a defensive line like that.
Well, that's what I say. Shaw was probably the best 8 yard for a first down runner that South Carolina's had in their history. Because it'd be 3rd and 8, and that joker was getting a first down. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, he was getting it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think the team will be better this year. I mean, I kind of shocked about the Shed Surratt thing, maybe being a starter. I thought we were past freshman starters, but hell, if he goes out and wins the job, you got to put him in there. And Big Tree moving the right tackle. If he's out working Henry, then you put Henry on the bench.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit. You put your best 5 out there,
Yep.
and
I just
I don't
want
know.
that group to be better. That's all I want.
yeah. Well, I got a feeling this might be the last year for Teasley if it ain't.
Well,
I mean,
did you hear the interview the other day that I can't remember where I heard it, but they actually interviewed Sean Elliott,
No.
and he said, of course, he was talking about his similarities back when he was hired. He came from App State, which where he graduated from. Spurrier hired him. The similarities of those days to now inside of the program as far as coaches go. And they asked him, they're like, well, you know, are you happy coaching tight ends? He's like, absolutely. I love coaching tight ends. He said, but at the end of the day, I do throw my opinions out there.
oh yeah.
They hadn't always been heard, but they are now.
Well,
So,
he's a run game coordinator too, right?
yes,
Yeah.
but do you remember
Okay.
last year, D'Lo, for whatever reason, someone asked him in an interview, post-game interview, or no, it might have been midweek interview, you know, how much input does Sean Elliott have? And he almost like discarded him. Like it was null and void. But I think that's changed now.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to let Sean Elliott help wherever he can help. I mean, he was a head coach on top of being an offensive line coach.
Without 2 special teams plays, the scores, hell, Georgia State would have beat us as him the head coach.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
yeah. And I think that's where Beamer's kind of grown up some too. He knows, and he's brought in all the. I mean, he's Mike Shula. I get it. Wasn't good at Alabama as a head coach, but hell, not every coordinator's great at being a head coach. But when Mike Shula left and went to the NFL and was working with Cam Newton, now I listened to Cam Newton's podcast, and he was talking about Mike Shula one day, and he loves Mike Shula. He said what Mike Shula did for him when he first got to the NFL and all that stuff, and worked with him and all that. He loves Mike Shula.
Well, to put it in comparison, can anyone argue that Will Muschamp is not a great defensive coordinator? Because if you say he's not, then I'll call you ignorant.
Well, yeah,
He
he was a really good defensive coordinator.
Yep, he's great, but he's not a great head coach. Guess what?
No.
I can throw many of them out there like that. Many of them.
Yeah.
And
Well, Jeff Collins that they put on the staff at South Carolina wasn't a great head. Wasn't a great head coach.
hire. That was a good hire.
He wasn't a great head coach, and everybody kind of kicks him about the North Carolina deal last year, but he didn't have no talent on that football team. But you go back to his Florida days when he was defensive coordinator, they were damn good.
Yeah. I mean, think of Jimbo Fisher calling the offense for Florida State for all those years.
Oh yeah.
As head coach, yeah, he won with Bobby Bowden's talent. He went to Texas A&M with all the money in the world and couldn't do jack diddly squat.
Yeah.
Now he's on the ACC network.
Yeah.
I agree with Quentin Broom. I agree with Quentin Broom. He said keep Teasley as a recruiter though, because he's a heck of a recruiter.
Now, I'll tell you what, if you ever meet him in person, he is a fun person to be around. He is a fun person to be around.
He's got us in that DMV area.
Yes,
Well,
he
I
does.
don't. They can do it. I tell you what, that what's his name? The guy they brought back to South. Well, he graduated from South Carolina now. That's
Trayvon
in charge
Robertson.
of all the. No, the guy that's in charge of all the recruiting. The
Oh.
young kid.
God, yeah, I know you're talking about the one that took the dude that went to Coastal's place.
Yeah, he was at Auburn, and then he went to Oregon, and now he's working for Shane Beamer as basically his recruiting coordinator. Darren Usher.
Usher, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that guy puts you on some kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't sit out there at Oregon and recruit players and don't know where all the players are across this country.
You know you know what, Rooster? You missed your calling.
What's that?
As much as you study the Gamecocks and these kids, and I know you love these kids and you study them like hell, you should have been a damn recruiting coordinator.
No. I would have. I mean, yeah, I could have talked to the kids, but no, I wouldn't. No, I like football, man. I like watching the kids play, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I do defend the kids as somebody. They're still kids. I mean, yeah, they got a helmet on. People look at them because of their size and think they're grown men and grown adults. They're not, man. Think about it when you were back 17, 18, 19 years old. You think you was mature? Hell no.
No, well, my wife and I, we went about a month ago to the Beamer Ball and went through the locker room, looked at everything, talked to a lot of players, talked to all the coaches, had dinner with several coaches. They sat at our table with us. And at the end of the day, I looked at our running backs coach. I can text him right now on my phone. I can text him, and he'll text me right back. And he was shoulder to shoulder with me for dinner. And we spent, 4 hours together? Something like that. Hold on. Sorry about that. But I said, what's the hardest part about your job? He said, remembering their kids. He said, that's the hardest part. He said, they are kids. But do y'all realize he was a quarterback in college?
Markwell Blackwell?
Yes. Marquez Blackwell was a quarterback.
No, I didn't dig that far into him. I mean, I knew he was a
a quarterback.
Where was he at? Ole Miss and then Texas A&M, I think.
Well, he played at South Florida.
Yeah, but I mean, he was at Ole Miss with Judkins when Judkins had that hellacious freshman year or whatever out there at Ole Miss. He was the running back coach.
He said, I get frustrated with him sometimes. He said, but then I have to remind myself, shit, I was just as stupid when I was 19. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I definitely was.
Oh, me too. Shit, fire in the morning.
I was 19 years old working on the NASCAR circuit. You don't think I did my part in? Shit.
I was 19 years old working on a damn farm.
I was hanging out with Dale Earnhardt and race teams and all that shit. I was having a blast.
And after the prom, I was the one that had the fire barrel going in the back of the field waiting on everybody to get done. You know what I mean?
Hell, I went out to College Station and partied at what the hell was it? Texas World Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, fellas, I've enjoyed it. I'm about to jump off here. Y'all keep on rolling. Everybody, please, thank y'all so much for coming in. Please hit like, comment, subscribe to my friend Gamecock Chuck.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here too. I gotta go back to prison in the morning. My parole's over.
Everybody go subscribe to Jordan Dealmaker and Rooster, whatever his channel is now. Always cocky.
Yeah.
I hope like hell he's talking about he's working on the prison.
Yeah, hurricane repair.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
I've been in prison for 3 months working on hurricane repairs.
That's what he said. That's what he says anyway. That's the story.
We'll see y'all Friday night.
All right, buddy.
Have a good
All right, Chuck. I got to get out of here too. I hate to leave you, buddy, but
I'm ready to go too. I didn't even plan on coming down, being on here this long, but
yeah, I heard you say you had a 12-hour day.
Yeah, I got to get up early in the morning, go to work. I'm actually working I'm working every day this week.
Oh shit!
Thursday, Friday, and half a day on Saturday.
Business is getting real.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
So I signed up for it, so I have to do it.
There you go.
But,
all right then, buddy. Yeah, everybody remember to like and subscribe to my buddy Gamecock Chuck over here. Let's get his channel. Keep digging, keep adding to it. I'll try to jump back on with you guys Friday.
Yeah, we'll be on here Friday night. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we're going to talk about some stuff. Probably.
All right.
Oh, I know. I'm going to be on here early. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm going to come on here about 7 o'clock and try to catch that Darius Gray commitment. So he commits Friday at 7 o'clock. So.
Yeah, I think we got a late push coming out of Tennessee, but I don't know. Everything I've heard about the kid and his parents and everything, they've been pretty locked in with South Carolina. And isn't Eric Kimry his coach?
I don't know.
I thought
I'd have to look that up. I'm not sure.
He's somewhere right in that area where Kimry coaches, I think.
Because he's from Virginia, right? Sounds right.
I thought he was from Tennessee.
No, I think he's from Virginia.
Is he?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Beamer said some of the kids that went other places have been calling, so we'll see.
That's why I put out that video the other day. I think we're gonna get some flips coming down the line. I really feel good about that, and I think we're going to end up with a top 10 class, and we get great.
Well, I think also some schools made these kids some promises and realized that these are unwritten checks. They were just promises, and their eyes got a little woke up that, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, they're promising me something in the future. They're not writing that check right now because.
Yeah, they were giving them Happy Gilmore checks that you can't cash yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here's an IOU check, but you can't cash it till 2026.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I'm coming on probably around 7 o'clock. So try to catch that commitment, see where he goes, talk about him, and then flow right into the 8 o'clock show. If Jordan's here at 7, he's here. If not, I'll be here by myself. So you're more than welcome to come hop on with me if you want to. So.
All right, buddy. Well, get you some rest and don't work too hard.
You either, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's going to do it for tonight. Ran about a little over an hour, so appreciate everybody for stopping by and hanging out with us. I could go through the list. There's a lot of people on here, so I appreciate everybody. Scott, P. Digits, Mark, Rooster, SCCFT, Todd, David, Scott, Quentin, Big Barney Raw stopped by. I'm trying to think who else stopped by. Todd Gwynn, I may have said his name, but yeah, I think that was it. Mark, JD Wyatt. So appreciate everybody for stopping in, hanging out with us. We'll be back at this thing on Friday night. Like I said, I'm going to start Friday night at 7. Okay. You there? Okay, Rooster's in the back room for some reason. All right. But yeah, we're going to start Friday night at 7 o'clock, and we're going to talk a little bit about Darius Gray. And hopefully South Carolina can get that commitment. A lot of stuff going on down the line with him. So not sure if South Carolina can get him or not, but we're going to go live for that. And when he makes his commitment, we'll talk about it. If it's South Carolina, we'll talk about it even more. But plan on doing that Friday night. So come hang out with me then. And then if Jordan's on here at 7, we'll roll right into the 8 o'clock show. So come hang out with us on Friday. Make sure everybody hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe as well. and let's get this channel growing. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. Y'all have a good work week, good week, and we'll see you guys on Friday.